Listen to this quote by Scott Allan. It is not confidence that comes first, but taking action. Confidence follows action. Yesterday, I spoke about courage. If you haven't seen that video, check this link here. I said that courage is doing something that scares you or frightens you. I also shared a quote that said, if you have the courage to start, you have the courage to succeed. What does all this tell us? Courage comes from taking action. It is by doing you develop the confidence to continue doing and to do even better. In this video, I want to share with you 3 strategies for making action. But before I do that, I'll tell you a plan I also started using to take action consistently. Every night, I take a few minutes before bed to write out what I have actually done that day. I'm not talking about the things that distracted you or the things you hoped to do, but what did you actually do in this day? Also, take a few minutes to check the alignment with what you have done with the things you want or your goals. Check where are the areas of alignment. After doing that, take the next few minutes, maybe 5, to plan what you want to do the next day. Now, what you want to do the next day that you write down will be what you evaluate what you actually do with the next day. Does that make sense? So what you write down today that you want to do for tomorrow will be the goals or the things you will compare what you actually did tomorrow with tomorrow. Make sense? Okay, now having said that, here are the 3 strategies for taking action. The first is start small and big. What does that mean? I'm not asking you to start a marathon every day, start running a marathon every day. But if you wanted to run a marathon, how about start with a walk around the block? If probably you are just starting from the very, will I say bottom in this case, just take a walk around the block. Now that's a very small step you're taking. But instead of taking a walk around the block once a week, try to take a walk around the block every day or 2 times a day in the morning and evening. Now that is you starting small, but also starting big because the quantity of the small thing you're doing amounts to something. So by the time you take the walk around the block the first day twice, over the week, you would have done it 14 times. Now compare that to if you said you wanted to take a walk around the block 3 times a week or once every day. You have doubled already your action just by taking a small quantity but repeating it with quantity, doing it big. So that's what I mean by start small and big. The next thing I want you to do is to record your actions. Now, don't just take that walk around the block and, yeah, I took a walk around the block. No, actually write it down or have like a system where you can check the box that you took a walk around the block right now. In the evening, you check again, you took the walk around the block. The next day, you check. By the time you start seeing that collection of checks that you've made or walking around the block, it begins to build a mental environment for you that is motivating and gets you that momentum you need to keep on walking around the block. And of course, naturally, having done a couple of days of walking around the block and you have so many checks on your note or your calendar, then you can start taking a 1-mile run or 5 miles run. And that's how you begin to build and take action until you can run your marathon. You know what I mean? So that's the very second step. Record your acts. Don't just do it and forget about it or say I've done it. Actually record it. And the third thing I want you to do is celebrate your actions. So when you have taken the walk around the block 14 times in the week, take a moment to buy a drink for yourself. Get some pizza. I mean, maybe not pizza because it's not the most healthy thing to do, but just celebrate yourself. And man, 1 pizza a week is actually okay. I mean, depending on your health plan and what you have set for yourself, but find a way to celebrate yourself. Celebrate the fact that you took that action. It might look small, but that small act enforces that action. Your brain really is looking for rewards. It's looking for things that can reinforce certain behaviors. It's checking what are the things you want me to reinforce, what are the things you want me to sort of suppress. It will usually run away from things that are stressful because it's trying to suppress those ones and run towards things that you enjoy, towards things that give you that pleasure. So if you can connect something that gives you pleasure, to the small actions you've taken but big because of the quantity, then you will be well on your way to taking massive action. I really believe in this system, and I'm doing it already in my life, and I'm beginning to see the results. So I really want to encourage you. Record every day what you have done and plan for the next day. Take massive actions, but start small. So start small and big. Record your actions and celebrate your actions. Thank you for watching day 16 of the 100 Days of Consistency Challenge. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.